Golden State Warriors 2023 prediction. In today's video, we're going to be going through 5 huge predictions I have for the 2023 Golden State Warriors and what they can achieve next season. So make sure you like this video, and don't forget, if you want more Golden State Warriors content like this, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit that red button down below. Guys, 98% of you are still not subscribed, so it would mean the world if you could subscribe to the channel. But let's get into the first big prediction I have. And the first big prediction is that Stephen Curry is going to win regular season MVP. Now, as you all know, Golden State Warriors did a great job last season winning the NBA championship, and it was led by none other than Stephen Curry. And we really saw in that last series against the Boston Celtics where he was absolutely back to his full self and dominating the NBA. Now, in the playoffs, he actually averaged 27.4 points, 5.2 rebounds, and 5.9 assists. And he also put up some great numbers during the last games against the Boston Celtics. He had a 43-point game, he had a 34-point game to finish off the series. So he was honestly playing at his peak, and I do think that is going to translate into next season. Now, he did have a pretty good regular season that year as well. In the 2021-2022 season, he actually averaged 25.5 points and also had 5.2 rebounds and 6.3 assists. However, there were the likes of Joel Embiid, Jokic, and also Giannis who were at the top of those MVP running candidates. And I do see next year or next season, however, Stephen Curry being in that conversation, because I feel with his team, they could get the first place in the Western Conference and Steph Curry can continue to dominate. So that's probably my first and big prediction. I think Stephen Curry is capable of winning another regular season MVP, and I really do think he can take that award if the Golden State Warriors finish at the top of the West next season, and also if Steph Curry puts up some great numbers such as 25 plus points, maybe 5 plus rebounds, and also a couple assists as well. So let's get into my big prediction number 2. Now, my second big prediction is that Golden State Warriors are going to do it again and have 4 players in the NBA All-Star game. And who I'm talking about is Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, and Andrew Wiggins. Now, the last time they actually did do this was when Kevin Durant was in their team, and I do see this happening again with Andrew Wiggins replacing that KD spot. Now, I know this may come to you as a surprise, but I do still think that Klay Thompson and Draymond Green are still playing at an all-star level. Now, Klay Thompson obviously is coming back from injury, but I do see that this year or this season coming up, he is really going to push himself and become the player that he was before. Now, actually last season in the playoffs, guys, he actually averaged 19 points a game, 3.9 rebounds, and 2.3 assists. So he put up some pretty good numbers, and at his peak performance in 2015 and 2016, he was actually averaging 24 points. So he's not that off, 5 points off. Now, when it comes to Draymond as well, I think Draymond is a great player. It may not show up in the stats, but what he does for the team is honestly amazing, and it's definitely there to show for it due to the fact that they did win an NBA championship. So in the playoffs last season, he actually averaged 8 points, 7.2 rebounds, and 6.3 assists. So Draymond, I think, is such a great player. It's obviously not shown in the stats. He does average very average stats. However, a lot of big NBA fans really do know how much of an impact Draymond Green has on a team, and that's why he's such an integral part to this roster and to them winning, those championships as well. And last but not least, Andrew Wiggins. Now, Andrew Wiggins obviously last year or last season was a NBA All-Star, and it was fantastic to see him actually get that position. Now, with everything that is going on, I still do think he has some improvement to be made, but I do see him becoming an All-Star again. Now, during the playoffs, he actually averaged 16.5 points, 7.5 rebounds, and 1.8 assists, and had about 6 or 7 nasty dunks throughout the playoffs as well, but that was for another topic. But I do see Andrew Wiggins being such a lovable player when it comes to the fans voting for him and all that. That's why he got into it the first year, and I do think that is going to translate into next season as well. So having these 4 players, I think they all have the capabilities of making the All-Star team. I do think that this is only going to be possible if Golden State Warriors is the top team in the West. If they honestly dominate the West and they are absolutely smashing the competition when it comes to other Western Conference teams, I do see these 4 at least making the All-Star roster, whether it's starter, whether it's bench. I do see maybe Draymond and maybe Klay Thompson coming off the bench, and maybe Andrew Wiggins and Steph Curry make the starter position. So it will be interesting to see how this plays out. Obviously, guys, this is full of big and bold predictions, so let me know what you think of this big prediction right here. Now, big prediction number 3 is that Jordan Poole is going to win Most Improved Player or Sixth Man of the Year. Now, you all know my love for Jordan Poole. I think he is a fantastic player, and I do think he could be a starting point guard on any other team. However, obviously, he's decided to stay with the Golden State Warriors and try to go for another ring, which I think is honestly fantastic, and I think it's time a lot of people show appreciation to Jordan Poole for what he really does for that second unit. He's not only getting better as time goes on. In his first season with the Golden State Warriors, he actually averaged only 8 points a game, and now last season he actually averaged 18.5 points per game. So he is honestly getting better by the minute, and I honestly do think he should have won Most Improved Player this year as well. However, guys, I do see him winning maybe that or even Sixth Man of the Year. I think it's going to be a fantastic season for him, and I think he's only getting more comfortable with the roster and with the play style that the Golden State Warriors inherit. Now, playing alongside Stephen Curry, it is obviously difficult at him being the point guard position, but I heard that they are moving him to shooting guard positions throughout the season, and I think they are going to be doing that again for next season as well, so he'll definitely get the minutes he deserves in order to really prosper. But Jordan Poole, such a great player, great scorer. He can also play some pretty good defense. He has the same capabilities when it comes to Steph Curry, whereas Steph is a little bit weak. He has gotten stronger, and I think Jordan Poole is still at that young phase, and he does need to get stronger, which is why he gets a little bit bullied on defense. But when it comes to his speed and quickness, it's all there. He just needs to add a little bit more muscle mass, and I do think he can definitely body those point guards and shooting guards. But Jordan Poole, I have high hopes for him next season. I think he's going to do a great job, and he's only going to get better from here as he continues to learn more about the game and also be taught by some of the greatest shooters in the world with Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and maybe Andrew Wiggins can teach him how to throw it down a bit as well. So bold prediction number 4 is I believe that the Golden State Warriors can make the NBA Finals once again. Now, I know a lot of people did say that this year may have been a fluke, but I'm telling you right now, Golden State Warriors know what it takes to win a championship, and that's why they did it again this season, and I think they can do it again next season as well. But I do see them making the NBA Finals. Now, you obviously got other big Western Conference teams such as Phoenix Suns, Memphis, Dallas also have had a couple of trades this year, Denver Nuggets, but although they are great teams, I think them against Golden State Warriors, if Steph Curry is playing out of his mind, I really don't see any of these teams stopping Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors anytime soon. Now, we saw what happened with Phoenix Suns against Dallas. Phoenix really do crack under pressure, and I still do think that Devin Booker hasn't really become an all-out superstar just yet. He is a great player, do not get me wrong, but I don't think he has that dog in him like LeBron, like Kobe, like Jordan yet. So he still needs a lot of time to work on that, and Chris Paul is only getting older, so Devin Booker needs to take that leading role position. Memphis, I think, is a great team. Of course, they are still very, very young, so there's still a lot to be learned, and I still don't think it's their time yet, but I do see them going pretty well. Dallas is another team that I think are going to be very strong. Luka Doncic is honestly such a great player. I got to give respect to him even though I'm a Warriors fan. You know, Luka Doncic is a great player. You really can't hate on that, and I do think he only gets better as time goes on. They have made a couple of trades here and there, and that may help them in the future, but still, against the Warriors, it is going to be a tough matchup. And Denver, although they are a great team with Jokic, I don't think they're up to the standard of making it into the NBA Finals or making it to the conference finals or anything of that sort. So Denver, although they're a great team, I really don't see them making it that far. Now, do I see them winning the NBA Finals and winning another NBA championship? Yes, I do. And I honestly do think they can make the NBA Finals. None of these Western Conference teams are really on Golden State Warriors level when it comes to talent and also when it comes to experience in the playoffs and also in the NBA Finals. Now, I know a lot of people don't really realize how important, having experience in the playoffs is, and I think it really does show why the Warriors did so well, and they also did very well against the Boston Celtics as well. So bold prediction number 5 is that Jonathan Kuminga and Moses Moody is going to surprise the rest of the NBA. Now, I know Jonathan Kuminga and Moses Moody haven't really gotten a lot of playing time, especially last season. However, this season coming up with some of the players leaving, I do see them really filling a lot of great spots and continuing to grow. Now, they didn't really do much. Moses Moody last season in the playoffs actually averaged 3.2 points, and Kuminga only averaged 5.2 points in that playoff series. However, like I said, with other players players leaving, I think they are going to be filling those positions. Kuminga, we all know, is such a great player. I think he's honestly fantastic defensively and offensively. He is a power forward standing at 6'6", 210 pounds. A lot of people have said he has gotten a little bit taller, but when he was last listed, it was actually at 6'6". Moses Moody, on the other hand, is 6'5", 211 pounds, and he is a shooting guard position. But I heard Kuminga really does play power forward, small forward, and I think, knowing Golden State Warriors and Steve Kerr, they are going to be looking to mix him up into other positions and really find out where he best fits. But those two players, they really did such a great job in Summer League, along with Mac McClung, who played really well. And no, they may not be putting up all-star numbers like dropping 30-40 points a game. However, I do see Kuminga and Moody being such an integral part to this roster and help them win another NBA championship. I really do see them filling the spots that Otto Porter, Gary Payton II left behind, filling those great role spots where they're so loved by the NBA fans or by the Golden State Warriors fans, and they are very important to the success of the team. Now, obviously, you got some rookies like Ryan Rollins and Mac McClung, who I have high hopes for as well, but I do think that Kuminga and Moody are going to be getting first pick, and they're going to be looking to be in the roster more quicker than players like Ryan Rollins and Mac McClung. So Kuminga, Moody, watch out for them. I think they are going to be fantastic, guys. Let me know down in the comments what you think of my bold predictions, and let me know down in the comments what your bold predictions are for the Golden State Warriors next season. I'd love to hear them, guys. Let me know down in the comments. I want to say thank you again for 6,000 subscribers, and yeah, guys, I'll see you soon. Peace.